So as an anesthesia provider, I'm very familiar with anatomy and physiology. I'm very familiar with hemodynamics. In February of 2010, I received one of the most devastating news that any son can receive. My mother had brain cancer. It presented itself just abruptly with a severe headache. It actually had begun to penetrate what they call in the sphenoidal bone into what they call the cilia turcica, which is what they call the Turkish saddle. It's where the pituitary gland hangs down and communicates with the rest of the body and creates all the hormones. And my grandmother could not remember most of the time who my mom was. And for a moment, she had clarity. She grabbed my mom's hand and told her that the Lord was going to heal her. That He was going to do a miracle so that we could be witness to His greatness. In that moment, my grandmother asked my grandfather to go make her some soup. And while he was preparing a soup for my grandmother reached over to my mom's hand and said, "He's even more glorious than you could possibly imagine."
Amen.
And she passed away.
Amen.
And Dr. Almodovar, he's probably one of the best neurosurgeons on the island of Puerto Rico. And when I mean he's one of the best neurosurgeons, he's one of the guys that came out to Harvard Medical. He is probably the best in the nation as far as neurosurgeons are concerned. So he discussed the surgery with my brother. He discussed and my mom and potential complications. Ordered a second set of MRIs and CT scans to confirm the location of the tumor and that nothing had changed in the last 30 days. My brother, who was tearful and pretty much worried, this is our mom, So I told him, "Don't worry about it. God's going to take care of it. We're going to be fine." Our dad had passed away, so now we're technically only one parent. And when you have both parents, you kind of take it for granted. But then you have one parent and you realize how important that person is. My mom is a very devout Christian, and she has a profound belief in God. So my brother and I are starting to get a little concerned because it's been about 6 to 8 hours since she's been in the operating room. The doctor finally comes out and he greets us, and he has this puzzled look in his face. And to me, that was, I've seen this look before from surgeons, and it's kind of concerning. And I was like, so he has the MRI scans and the CT scans in his hand, and he's looking at them. And we were like, "Dr. Lamont, how did things go?" He says, he has a confused look in his face. He says, "I'm not sure." And we were like, "What do you mean you're not sure? You're the neurosurgeon." He's like, "I'm not sure." He goes, I went in through the procedure and to the area where the pituitary and the tumor was supposed to be, and there's no tumor. The special equipment that he was looking for was to get a portable CT scanner up into the main operating room to scan my mom's head, because he was there at the area of the pituitary gland, and there is no tumor. There's nothing. And he came out and he sat with us, and he says, "I'm a very educated man. I've been a neurosurgeon for a very, very long time. I win awards, and I've never, ever seen this." He says, "Here's your mom's scan of 30 days ago. Here's her scan 2 weeks ago, and here's her scan right now." He says, "There is no tumor." He said, "Your mom told me that she was healed." And then he just looked at us and he says, "If this is your God, then I want you to pray for me." He says, "I've never seen this before, because I've never seen a miracle happen right in front of my face."